apply for business funding until your business is credible. Take these steps to ensure that you are. Watch this video to its entirety and save it for your records. Type the word YouTube to receive the full video training. Step number 1, name your business correctly. Name it with an acronym of some sort, plus ventures, plus enterprises, solutions, management. Step number 2, file and register your business with the Secretary of State, Duns and Bradstreet, and obtain an EIN number. Step number 3, ensure that all business records match. Step number 4, obtain a business banking account. This is the date that lenders consider your business starting, the date that your banking account was opened. So let's get it. Let's go. Type the word chat to take this a step further to receive your free funding readiness call. Now let's get it. Let's go. If you have any questions for me, make sure you DM me, guys, right? So I want you to know the most important step in your funding journey is your business credibility. Is it named properly? People like to include, which is natural, it makes sense. People like to include the industry that your business is in your business name. Like my first business, I named it Aquila Couture. We like to put our name in it. I don't know if it's a vanity thing, but what it is expressing is a lack of sophistication. You want a very generic, professional looking name, so you can appear like a big business, not a small business. All right. So Aquila Couture was the wrong thing to do. First off, my name is spelled weird. So when you think about Aquila and someone's looking for my business, you're automatically going to think AK. Right? So first off, huge mistake. So you want an acronym of some sort. CDP, it could be the first initials of your children's name, plus solutions, plus enterprises, plus ventures, plus management. That's it. Number 2, the biggest mistake, but as you come in, I want you to type chat. Let's do that right now. Check your DMs. Book free call. Free 15-minute call. And be prepared, guys. Right? Obtain for $1 all 3 credit reports. All right? It's only $1. If you don't want to spend $1 to get all 3 credit reports, you're not ready. All right? That $1 should not be a problem, okay? For someone to check your funding readiness. Now, as per usual, we're gonna go on a ride. Let's make sure this thing is up and right. Okay. All right, we're ready. So, business credibility. What is that? That's truthful and believable. How do you look to the banks when you fill out that business application? Is your name AKC Ventures Inc. or is it Aquila Couture? Whether you like it or not, it makes sense. Only someone who's doing small business and don't fully understand it will name their business in an unsophisticated way. I had a mentee, this was like a year ago. He did not know. So we're naming our business. Not only are we naming it in an unsophisticated manner, putting our own name in it, or we'll also put in the industry that we're serving in the name. Huge, huge mistake. Huge. All right. I had a mentee that came across and went through the program. We had to change the name, the category, and everything. He was so confused. He had like a 780 plus credit score, great credit, but he did not understand why he couldn't get business credit. He was telling the banks that he had a credit repair service. So it's not, that's an example because it's not the bank's job. No one ever told him like, hey dude, that's a risky industry. and we don't lend to credit repair companies. He applied like to 6 different banks and was so confused. He's like, I'm seeing all these people on the internet saying I could go get a 0% interest credit card. He like, I didn't know what was going on. So they were telling him that he wasn't in business long enough. That's not true. First off, understand that it is not the bank's job to tell you how to get funding from them. You need to just show up ready. That is not their duty to say, go back and correct this, that, and then come back to us. That is not their job. Actually, the person you're talking to at the bank, the customer service rep, is very different than an underwriter. She don't even understand fully the criteria of what is required to get approved most of the time. That's why they just tell you, oh, just apply. They're just telling you to apply in hopes that you get approved so they can get the credit for it, right? So naming your business properly, omitting the industry that it's in. Do not put your name in your business. Create an acronym. Create something big, robust, something that means something to you. Plus ventures, plus solutions, plus enterprises, plus management. LLC, if it's an LLC, or Inc., INC, if it's a corporation. All right? Make sure you're not in a risky industry. Real estate, credit repair, financial services of any sort, logistics, traveling, driving. That's what logistics mean. Trucking. Anything that you're behind the wheel of a car for any reason, that's the logistics industry, and they do not fund you. All right? You're risky. Okay. To figure out the full list, go to risky industry SIC codes. Google that. See if your name is in there and you need to pivot. All right? Number 2, we need to actually file and register our business with the Secretary of State, obtain an EIN, and go and correct and update all the information at Duns & Bradstreet. Because when you file your business with the Secretary of State, a Duns & Bradstreet profile is automatically created for you. So if you make any changes like your name, your industry, anything to the Secretary of State, and you didn't do so at Duns & Bradstreet because you were unaware that a profile even existed for you, now you have mismatched records, which brings me to step number 3. Make sure all of your business records match. All right? They all must match. The same name, phone number, email, website, and business address should be across all platforms, anywhere that your business is appearing or anywhere that a bank needs to verify you as a business. Step number 4, which is the very most important. Soon as you file your business with the Secretary of State, making sure it's named properly, categorized properly, it's registered with the Secretary of State, you have an EIN, your Duns & Bradstreet is looking great, immediately go and obtain a business banking account. Why? Because this is the date that lenders take and consider your business starting. And it makes sense. How are you collecting funds if you didn't even have a banking account? All right? So I had a mentee that had great credit. He was credible. Everything looked great. When he joined the mentorship, he like, yeah, so, here's what happened. I am in underwriting for a $50,000 business line of credit. When it got to the underwriter's desk, he was pre-approved. Once it went under underwriting, they found that, his business was registered with the Secretary of State 2.5 years ago, but he did not obtain a business banking account until 9 months ago. So they're like, your business in our eyes is only 9 months old. So you do not qualify for a business line of credit. So most of the time when you hear us talking about no documentation business lines of credit, y'all getting this juice. I bet it's the same people every morning. You better take your notes, all right? So in order to qualify for no doc loans, your business needs to be at least 2 years old. So guess what? His business was registered with the Secretary of State 2.5 years, but his business banking account wasn't open until 9 months. It was only 9 months old. So they have secondary agencies that they use when they do underwriting to check all of this information. I hope that helped. If this is information you can use, put some fire in the chat. Because this is the reason 60% of you are being denied when you have good credit. So if you're someone with good credit, or consider yourself or think you have good credit, because that's another thing. We think just because the credit score is high, we have good credit. That's not true. You can have one credit card reporting positively for 6 months and you can have a 700 credit score. Real talk. I've seen it. All right. Or you can have a 750 credit score with low credit card limits under $2,500, which will still get you denied for business funding. So it's a lot that goes into this. So let's check your funding readiness. Type the word chat, check your DMs, book your free 15-minute funding readiness call. Go through the sequence of questions, get to the end, book your call. All right. This will be the best step you can take for yourself to kick off your financial journey. I want each and every last one of you to take some form of actionable step, right? Get serious about this thing because the time is now. Wishing and hoping and thinking, like I really wish or I really hope. Just get started. Just get started. The only constant in life is change. If you're exactly where you were last year or in a worse position, you're not progressing. That's what we're here for. We're here to grow to our personal best. How can you grow to your personal best if you don't have financial literacy in your life? It's not even possible. It's not possible. I thought I was growing to my personal best when I had my first business, built it up to over 600,000 plus a year consecutively for 5 years, but I built it in my personal name. No business credit. No business credit. Not one business credit card. Not one. Tell me that's not crazy. I'll tell you. That was a huge mistake. All right? So you can get so far with cash. But we're in the greatest country in the world right now. Other countries don't even have a credit system. We do. And you guys are sitting here. I was talking to someone. He was too cheap to pay for credit repair to get his bankruptcy removed yesterday. I'm like, I'm not here to, and it's someone that I know. I'm like, I'm not here to convince you beyond your will. Well, can you guarantee? We can't guarantee that something, I'm not about, because my phone calls are recorded. I'm not about to guarantee anything. What I can tell you is this is for informational purposes only. Now, one thing I would not do is keep a bankruptcy on my credit report. All right. The best thing could have ever happened to me was when that bankruptcy came up. I will literally still be under bankruptcy on my credit report, not driving or in a car or with high interest rates or denials with no business funding. All right. So I say all of that to say everything is a risk. Yes. What, they got Ozempic signs out here? You know how like they have like we buy houses, lose up to 30 pounds. Y'all better not be doing that Ozempic. That shit is, I know people and it's messing them up. All right. I saw a video yesterday. Do not do Ozempic. Get your ass up and go work out. You heard what Kendrick Lamar said to Drake. Don't play with the Brazilians. And using Ozempic, you know, go to the gym and do some push-ups. I'm just leaving the gym. I'm jacked. Okay, I'm ready to start the day. Go work out. It's more than just losing weight. It's mental clarity. Be good to yourself. Don't be taking that Ozempic. Don't do it. So I saw a video yesterday. So on my Instagram, I get healthy juice recipes. I don't get all the crap y'all get, like watching, reality TV and all of that. So yesterday, a recipe, a cinnamon juicing recipe. They said that cinnamon does the very same thing that Ozempic does, but in a healthy way. Don't go take them diet pills. Okay? I digress. What is your goal for today? All right? Are we going to take the first step, type chat, check your funding readiness, and let's get funded? All right? Book your free funding readiness call. That's step number 1. From there, once you understand where you are and what you need in order to become funded,